Yes, good morning to all. Today we will discuss about third unit, the second law of thermodynamics. In that first part, what is heat engine? And in the second law of thermodynamics, first statement is a Kelvin Planck statement. Both we will discuss in this unit. So, before discussing what is heat engine, one more vocabulary like that last units continuously we are introducing some vocabularies. Thermal energy reservoir. Generally, reservoir word generally we are using for water storage dams. That is called reservoir. What is reservoir? Actually, assumption it contains large capacity of the whatever capacity. Thermal capacity means large capacity of heat well. That is sufficient? No. Means it is a hypothetical one. When you are removing the heat continuously, even though the capacity is not changing and the temperature of the reservoir is not changing. Means suppose in Srisalem dam is there, 210 TMC of water is there. Continuously I am removing the water by generation of the electrical energy, automatically the capacity will reduce. But it's an assumption, hypothetical assumption. One reservoir is having the capacity, even though I am extracting continuously, the capacity is not changing, that is called reservoir. If heat capacity is not changing, then it's called thermal energy reservoir. So, how it will fit? What is the necessity means for achievement of external reversibility? This is a assumption, this hypothetical assumption is that for achievement of external reversibility, simplification of the problem only, no doubt at all. Any examples we can discuss? As I can see, the first example, we are dumping so much of the heat, household heat, residential building heat in winter. But ambient temperature is not changing. So ambient condition we can call as a reservoir or waste energy from the industries because it is dumped to the rivers. In condenser, cooling towers we are using. There also the temperature is not changing. Or when you switch on the TV, electronic goods indirectly. If you touch nearer area, if you move to the nearer area, you feel hot. But overall, the room ambient temperature is not increasing by the TV. So continuously we are dumping energy, waste energy to the atmosphere. Atmosphere temperature not changing. So atmosphere will call as a reservoir, no doubt at all, thermal energy reservoir. So continuously we are rejecting heat, but the temperature is not changing. And second, in a positive way, furnace. For a different purpose, we are using furnaces. In the all furnace also, we are maintaining constant temperature. It may be 900 degrees, 1000 degrees, whatever it may be. Constant temperature continuously. It is also called the one reservoir. So I given two examples. One is high temperature, second one is low temperature. Reservoir means infinite amount of heat quantity. Whenever we are adding or removing, it is not changing. It's called thermal energy reservoir. Source means it is a reservoir continuously giving heat is called source. Or continuously we are extracting heat from the reservoir is called source. Source furnace I mentioned. Sink or solar energy continuously at 5500 degrees Kelvin temperature continuously it is rejecting heat, continuously giving that high temperature to the earth in electromagnetic. So we can take example of solar also at constant temperature continuously it is given. Coming to the sink means continuously absorbing heat or continuously we are rejecting heat to the reservoir, the temperature is not changing, it's called sink. Best example is atmosphere, rivers, sea. Wherever we are dumping waste heat, that overall temperature of the system is not changing. Okay, so thermal energy reservoir means infinite value. How much you are extracting, the temperature is not changing, it's called thermal energy reservoir. Continuously it is giving is called source, continuously it is absorbing called sink. Okay, now we will move to the engine. What is engine? Engine word everywhere we are using. Generally, engine means it is generally energy conversion device. One form of energy it is converted to another form. It is not generating, just converting one form of energy to another. Then what is heat engine? So engine means you are in the wind turbine you can call engine, or idle turbine we can call engine. One form to another form it is converting. Any type engine, form of energy it is converting, then we will call engine. But coming to the heat engine means it is a special device. First it is converting chemical energy to the heat. By utilizing that heat, it is producing mechanical work. The mechanical work in thermodynamic point of view means it is not force into distance. It is a rotational shaft rotation we are getting. Then that rotating shaft we are connected to the driving pulley. It is also, it will pull the vehicle, or it is connected to the generator. It will generate the electrical energy. So rotation of shaft is a mechanical workout. So heat engine is a special device which converting chemical energy to the thermal energy, utilizing that thermal energy for production of mechanical work. So it is a special engine, two stage it is operating. So it has some special characters compared to other one. Heat engine have four special characters. One is it must be extract the heat continuously from the source. Fix, you can see it is continuously extracting heat from the source and converting part of heat to work. Second heat engine characteristic, converting part of heat to the work. Third one, reject remaining heat to the surrounding or sink. Reject remaining heat to the sink means low temperature reservoir. And fourth one, main important one, it must be operate on cycle only. If it is not operating on cycle, it cannot convert chemical energy to the mechanical energy. Okay. So these 4 points are important. And next one, the for cyclic operation, whatever the medium we are using, that fluid we are using, that fluid is called working fluid. One engine I will explain, heat engine. Generally explain heat engine, like that question you can expect in an end exam. So don't write the characteristics. You select any heat engine. Heat engines are different. It may be internal combustion engine in our two-wheelers we are using. It may be external combustion engines, especially for power generation. So two types of the heat engines are there, but working principle is same. The characters are same. It must be extract the heat from the high temperature source. Part of heat want to be converted into the work. Remaining heat reject to the sink, and it must be operate on the cycle. This operation is not changing. So for easy simple explanation purpose, I selected the heat engine as a power plant, steam power plant. It contains pump, boiler, turbine and four components. Adiabatic compression by pump, constant pressure heat addition, adiabatic expansion, constant pressure heat rejection. These are the four processes. You can see now what pump is doing. Condenser pressure to boiler pressure. They are pumping the liquid from condenser pressure to boiler pressure. Then after this liquid is entering into the boiler, by absorbing of the heat, it converts into the steam. Okay. Then that steam is expanding in the turbine. High pressure steam expanding in turbine, it is moved to the low pressure steam. Means boiler pressure to condenser pressure. Steam is expanded. This low pressure steam is condensing in condenser and converted to low pressure liquid. Okay. So now we clarify it is original heat engine or not. We mentioned four characters. The first one, it must extract the heat from high temperature source. So by burning of the fossil fuels or by solar energy or by other source, we are getting continuously heat from high temperature reservoir. First point satisfied. And part of heat is converted as a work in turbine. Is a part of heat it is converting. Next, remaining heat is rejected to the sink in condenser and it is operating on the cycle. No doubt at all. It is operating on for power generation cycles, always we represent in clockwise direction. You can see always generation means clockwise direction, consumption means anti-clockwise direction we are representing. Okay, it's clear. Now what is the thermal efficiency? Thermal efficiency means we are supplying heat. How much fraction of heat is converted as a work, that's all. Output by input. My target, thermodynamics, title itself, heat to power. So how much fraction of heat is converted as a work we want to calculate. So thermal efficiency suffix TH. Net work done by heat supply means how effectively the amount of heat supplied to an engine is converted into work. It is important. Okay, what is the beauty? Why we discussed this? So only this one we selected steam power plant. So many power cycles are there, heat engines are there, but I took the example only steam power plant. Why? Because you can see this is the Indian electrical energy generation scenario. More than 231 megawatt electrical energy generating by this cycle, Rankine cycle. So majority of the 62% of the electrical energy is generating just based on the Rankine cycle. So it is useful for us. That's why directly I took the example of steam power plants. Next, what is Kelvin-Planck statement? Suppose we are creating temperature difference. Automatically heat is flowing from high temperature to low temperature. This is a natural phenomenon. We don't want to spend any energy. Once heat is flowing from high temperature to low temperature, in between I placed one heat engine, any engine. It will convert part of heat to the work and remaining is lost to the sea. If we are maintaining two temperature difference, then only heat will flow from high temperature reservoir to the low temperature reservoir. While heat is flowing, in between I place any engine, part of heat will convert as a work. What is the Kelvin-Planck state? Then coming to the efficiency, net work done by heat supply. Net work done heat supply minus heat rejection, only the net work done Q1 minus Q2 by Q2. Suppose when we will get the 100% efficiency, heat rejection is 0. Okay, Q2 is 0, then we will get the Q1 by Q1, then we will get the 100% efficiency. Then we reconstruct the heat engine. Q2 is 0, efficiency is 100%. So heat engine continuously extracting heat Q1 and converting that entire Q1 into work. But I already mentioned, for flowing of the heat, temperature difference is important. We are not created temperature difference, how it will heat transfer, heat flow will take place. If heat flow itself it is not taking place, then how the engine will convert the heat to work? Because heat is not transferring from one place to another place. In between it is like reservoirs. In the reservoir no water, we have turbine. what we will do? If heat is there, but we are not created temperature difference, how heat flow will take place? So what Kelvin Planck says, it is impossible to construct a reversible cycle engine. Impossible to construct reversible cycle engine which produce work continuously by sharing heat with single fixed temperature reservoir. So with a single reservoir, construction of heat engine practically not feasible. This is a Kelvin Planck. Is it true? Yes. We cannot construct because heat flow is not taking place. How it will convert to heat to work? So there's the second law of thermodynamics. First statement: it is impossible to construct a reversible cycle engine which produce work continuously by sharing with a single reservoir. Then efficiency, you can see 1 minus Q is directly proportional to temperature. Instead of Q, you can substitute T. So T2 is 0, then only we will get the 100% efficiency. So in another form also we can say it's the Kelvin Planck statement: 100% efficiency heat engine practically not feasible. Or single reservoir heat engine construction practically not feasible. Okay. I think with this I will conclude the today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss about heat pump and Clausius statement. Thank you.